Entertain a motion for approval of all those items.
Him.
Oh, excuse me. Before we do that, Mr. Dehne. A little late getting here. Sorry, sir.
Sam Dehne, Encyclopedia of Reno Government, and if anybody wondered what that noise was, it was just Sam saying, him, clearing his throat. Just to remind people that Sam usually speaks on the consent agenda if he's here, which he usually is. Anyway, I want to generally give you some kudos on the consent agenda. By the way, the consent agenda for people on TV land, that is the situation on the agenda where the city council votes on supposedly housekeeping items all in one vote. And most of this looks like housekeeping, but I think a few things should be said about some of the stuff. Number one is this C10. I think we ought to take a deep breath before we do anything about C10. Put it in abeyance for about at least 3 months until after the election, because as I look at the challengers agenda right here, the mayoral challenger or the challenger to City Hall, number one on his item of the number one plank on his platform is he will sell the lavish Reno City Hall building and move back into the perfectly good, actually it isn't recently anymore, but the renovated building down there that is perfectly good. You should not be giving any special deals to anybody to make a museum out of it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I would actually ask you, since that is on, the challenger wants to sell this building and move back into the perfectly good City Hall building, which is you're trying to turn into some kind of an easement for the Nevada Discovery Museum. And I'm not trying to be a curmudgeon. I just think you should hold off on that for another 3 months. It's been 5 years now, so wait 3 more months.
We've already sold it.
Well, take it back. Take the money that you might be able to get from this and buy that building right back. Well, and you'll still have $30 million left over.
We're saving a lot of money being in this building, though. Someday we'll talk about that. Go ahead.
Anyway, this did not look very pleasant. I hate to see... Excuse me?
Nothing, sir. Go ahead.
I hate to see early termination of leases, and we have one going on here. The Wing and Prayer Dance Company wants to terminate their lease at the McKinley Arts Center. That doesn't sound good when they terminate leases. And as I close out, I can't help but make a comment about item C2, the approval of a bid award for assorted lubricants to this company in the amount of $40,000. You know, I noticed the $43,000, it's down significantly from the amount that the previous regime used. It seems like the previous regime prior to Mayor Cashel, the previous regime for some reason needed a lot more lubricant.